Dan's doing a good job of filming today with a tripod.
Holding the bar, holding the stand up.
It's not shaking so bad.
I'm holding the stand up. The stand's holding me up.
Okay, now we get the spring end goes in here.
Okay.
And we got the ball, which you tried to lose.
Yeah.
Goes on top of that. So normally these are squeezed just enough that keeps the ball in there, but your ball doesn't like being squeezed on it, it likes being free. So how are you going to get that ball collapsed to go in there, I'm not sure. So how do you think you're going to do that, Dan?
I got no idea.
Okay. You got to be smarter than the ball. I know it's asking a lot.
Yeah.
So here's your ball again.
Here's the ball.
Now if we lose it this time, it's going to be the garbage can on the floor.
Yeah.
So if we put the garbage can like that, we might catch the garbage.
Okay.
Okay, so we go ahead and take a piece of shim stock, towel and a half. Put that on top of the ball.
Oh.
Squeeze on a little bit. I don't think it's strong enough. It's too thin. It's going to screw up my feeler gauge, what's going to happen, but sacrifice. It didn't do too much damage to it.
Got your fuel gauge?
It's not 100% flat anymore there, but
No.
it'll lift. Get the ball?
It's going crooked.
It's going crooked.
Yeah.
I think it's going straight to me.
No, this thing's spinning crooked.
Now this thing here that's spring loaded.
Oh, okay, spring loaded. Okay.
Can go anywhere like that.
Yeah.
That's on the ball socket. Pivot.
Okay.
You mean that thing?
Yeah.
Which way do you be bent? That way, that way, that way, that way.
Okay.
Which way you want it to be?
Okay, see
You like it this way? Okay. All right, Dan. Let's see, we need some grease. Some decent grease. This has got the good stuff in there.
Hey, Joe.
Go talk outside.
He's right in the middle of rebuilding it.
Go talk outside.
Huh? He's probably got about another hour on it.
Okay, so this here I put it into the side. Stick it in from both sides so it gets lubed all the way across the surface. This is some pretty high-end grease here, so. All right. I think it's PJ1 or something. Brand. Okay, so now we're going to put the assembly together. So we're going to have a new spring we put on it. We'll get our spring seat here. Make sure the hat goes up so it holds the spring flat against the carburetor. It goes like that when you assemble it. Just drops in the hole. Push it down until you get the spring to go in. If you put the choke on, this drops easier, so it's easier for you to assemble. Collapse your finger a little bit. Kind of feel for the thread where it goes in. Line up with the body so it lines up square. Place for it. And it looks like it's going in straight. Yep. Make sure it's nice and straight. You know, I like to break these off because I tend to over torque them.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I break quite a few of them actually.
Well, break it. Oops.
So that's tight. You can give a little extra, but not a lot extra.
That's it, huh?
The bolt is actually undercut, so it kind of has like a shear point and shears right off.
Oh, yeah?
You can't really get too carried away with it.
Okay.
When you're all done, you want to make sure it pivots freely, not locked up.
Yeah.
So that goes wide open like that. Now we have to turn it down and see how much it goes before you bottom out. So this one I think you bottom out in here, not actually in the jet.
Okay.
It's hard to tell. Half, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 3 3/4 a good starting point.
Next to idle?
Yep.
3 3/4?
Yeah. So you can see how it gets richer when you open it up. So
Uh-huh.
choke's open. So that's how it runs. So now what's left, Dan?
The bowl?
Nope.
No?
We got 3 gallery plugs here that we should probably put back in.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Do you think
Maybe.
we should add them maybe?
Do you think we need to plug up the overflow one?
I think we need to put them back in. This one looks like it's the one with the most chrome on it. This one looks the shiniest, so we'll put this on the outside. This is not a float bowl drain.
Oh, it's not?
This is a gallery. It goes into the gallery.
It's got to be plugged off?
It'll be plugged. That's your idle circuit. That's a big air leak. See the hole inside the carburetor over here?
Uh-huh.
That's your air bleed hole inside your venturi. See that little small hole on top?
Yeah.
That's your overflow hole, see?
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you want to make sure your gallery plug is plugged. The screw's kind of screwed up. It's been rounded over a lot. It's tight. That one ain't got too many more times out of that screw. It's getting
Pretty wore out?
pretty rounded over. Okay, now you got 2 more to play with. So you want the one that's not spread out. If it spreads out, it won't fit down in your hole. So this one looks like it's pretty round, pretty small. So that's probably one that came out of that hole right there. Like I said, if it's too fat, it won't go in. Like that. And that's it. This is the next one.
Okay. Oh, that was the one that came out of the bottom where they put the jet.
That's the one that used to be down in here.
Yeah.
Now, if we want, we can put that up over here, but this one's the one that's shiny, so it should be in there. But,
No, that's fine.
but if you want to put a good one in there, this one's better. So,
No. Just keep it put it in your stockpile.
because in my pile of crap, so next time
Yep.
I need it, I'll have one.
Yep.
All right, so there's the basic bodies all rebuilt. So it's
Mhm.
pretty straightforward. Now I get to work on the float bowl. This is not the original float.
Nope.
It's hard to read it after I blasted it, but it's the V-twin float. It's got their new
Doesn't?
on it.
I don't know where I got that float at.
Probably from me. It's good. So, I don't like the reproduction with these as original. You want to make sure it's a fairly tight fit. Now this one's pinched in pretty tight right here. That's why I didn't want to fall off. But once it's in there, you see how it's loose.
Yeah.
So right here it's tight.
It won't
going
come
in.
out.
It's been bent. It's been bent down real tight.
Oh, okay.
So it makes it hard to get in and out. See pop, once it goes in, though, it's loose. So the aftermarket ones are made pretty badly. So we'll go ahead and leave that in there. So I'm going to see if I can put this in there like this, but I probably will not be able to. Yep, maybe we'll look out. Went in there. There, see it's in there?
Yeah, went in there, huh?
Okay, this still has the gasket on there from before, but I'm going to wipe it down because it's
Yeah.
through the blaster.
Yeah.
Maybe some beads, leftover residue in there we don't want. I didn't blast the seat area, I blasted this area right here. I didn't blast down inside of it, so if you blast the seat area, it roughens it up, it'll leak.
It'll leak?
Yeah, because
Well,
it's a fairly smooth surface.
oh yeah, no, the seat area's gotta be perfect, huh?
Yeah. So I get that started. Then I go ahead and put the pivot pin in. Line up your pivot.
Yeah.
And put it in. This one has a bushing on the other side that holds it. And now it doesn't want to go into the hole. There it goes, I think. Yep, there it goes. Earlier ones have a screw on both sides, and the other screw is the pivot.
Yeah.
Make sure everything goes up freely. Still bends nice. Then you go and tighten it up like that. Let's see, you want to tighten this side up too. So you put a little grunt to it, and then you go a little extra grunt. Now, it should not drag on the side of the float bowl anywhere. Now this one here, see how it's moving?
Yeah, is that good?
The screw's loose. No, it's not good. The screw's loose.
The screw's loose?
Yeah, so you hold the screw up, support it,
Oh, that screw.
tighten it in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You're dragging. Doesn't want to stay. There's a sleeve nut in there, and we're tightening hard against the sleeve nut, but the float still kind of moves a little bit.
Mm.
Float's kind of worn out a little bit. As long as it's not touching on it right now, we're fine. Okay, next thing is you want to see where the float level is at.
Is that too high?
This lever's bent up pretty high right here.
Uh-huh.
See how low? See how high it is here?
Yeah, I see that.
And then over here, it's a little bit on the low side.
Yeah.
So this has an S-bend in it, and the S-bend's too much. So it needs to be re-bent deeper a little bit somehow, but that's hard to do.
Well, it'll work like that, won't it?
Yeah, but it's a little... The float doesn't quite work right when you do that.
Okay.
It's the float doesn't quite open all the way because our needle's
dragging?
open. No, because the travel is not quite right when you're like this, because it's actually low on that side, so it bottoms out quicker.
Okay.
It's high on this side. So not being correct has a problem. The problem is fixing it without breaking the float. That's the fun part, because you have to bend the brass.
See, these other guys that say they rebuild these things, they're not doing all this.
Yeah, well, pull that out. So what we want to do is we want to bend it. This here we want to bend down and then bend that flat. So instead of being bent downhill like it is, it'll be more flat there. We're going to bend it over here, but how are you going to do that? That's the problem. So we have to hold it with a pair of pliers, probably with a flat blade pair. This one here. See how loose your pivot is in there?
Uh-huh.
These are just kind of lightly attached. That's a problem too. Okay, so I'm holding the plier a little bit different so now it doesn't rattle like it was.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to put pressure on that joint and rip it apart.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to go ahead and push on trying to push on here, not to float, but you are going to kind of bend things a little bit. So see how I bent that more flat?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we can come back and bend this up a little bit. This is the pair that's broken, so I don't know if it'll work or not. So I want to bend it down now a little bit. Trying to bend some of that out. Not sure how much of that really got bent out. Okay, let's see what happened. Right off the bat, the pivot's a lot easier to get in.
Is it?
Yeah,
It slid right in, huh?
it's in a different spot now.
It's in the right spot.
Yeah, it was a little bit higher. A little bit high in the hole before it was really low in the hole. Pivot pin don't want to go in now, but there you go.
Oh, it's way low now.
Well, I thought it was going to be low when I did that. It is. Okay, so one, get in here with this. A bit too much, see? I think that bent it. No, it did bend it.
There you go. You did it perfect. That's perfect. Round all the way around.
Not bad.
No, that looks good.
So we got a little bit more clearance here than we had.
Yeah.
So it looks more level now.
Yeah, it looks a lot level. It's not rubbing up against the sides or nothing.
It's a little bit wide here, a little bit closer here, so it's twisted a little bit. Just twist it back a little bit.
There you go.
So now it's more even. Well,
Yeah, I see that.
camera can't see what I'm doing. I can't even see what the camera's looking at. But, so you look at the gap in here,
Yeah.
and it's pretty even on all the way around now.
Yeah.
And it's pretty even all the way around.
Yeah.
We got a good solid 1/4 inch, 5/16.
Yeah.
The biggest thing to float's level now too, which
Yeah.
is the biggest thing you wanted. Okay, it's not dragging anything, so that's good. Now I'm gonna go and give it the final torque here, which is gonna affect things a little bit too. Okay. So final torque.
Still working.
Yep. Looks good. All right. So that should be close to work from. If it flows over a little bit, you can lower it, but it should be good.